Alrighty, so I had a dream last night, and I want to share with you guys this dream because I think that this dream I had will be something that may help you out and be of some value to you. And so last night, long story short, lately, to summarize my life lately, my life has been like this. Or at least that's how it's felt. It's felt like it's been up and down, left, right, and center. I feel like I've been, on the highest of highs and then the lowest of lows. And like literally every other day, I'm thinking about switching niches, quitting business, starting a new business. And then the day after that, I'll make a bunch of money, close a PIF, close a deal, things will go great, and I'll be back to happy. And I go up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down like this. And it's been hectic. Like if any of you watching this are my friends, you'll know that it's been chaotic, just absolute chaos. And so I've been talking to a lot of my mentors, a lot of my friends, and a lot of other people trying to, get some insight on this. And it wasn't until I watched this Iman Gaji video where he was like, I'm scared, you're scared, so am I, we'll figure it out together, something like that, which brought a lot of peace to myself. And then I even heard hormozi talk about this, but then I know this is crazy because it's a dream, but let me show you my dream. So long story short, I was on a call with hormozi, which just actually isn't a dream, like this is very much true, and he was asking all of us, this part is a dream, he's asking all of us to share basically like some of the things we have learned lately and some of the things we've gone through. And everyone went and it came to my turn, and I started talking about chaos and how I've learned that, chaos is good. You need to embrace chaos because right now it's storming outside. There's chaos outside. But what happens after the storm? A rainbow comes. Plants grow. Things blossom, right? After the storm comes is when the sunshine comes, I think, or some quote like that, right? And so I was talking about this kind of stuff and how I've learned that, chaos is normal and we need to embrace it because chaos means growth and change, which is good, right? It means that you're growing, and growing is what we want. That's what we want to optimize for. And I said, wait a second. Hermos, let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt like in your life, or let alone even now, that your life is like this? Up, down, up, down, up, down. And one day things are going great. The next day you're second guessing everything you're doing and not sure if this is the right thing. He looked at me, laughed, and went, all the time, my friend. He said, that's business. And then I woke up. But I woke up with fucking energy because I was like, there we go. Hormozi said it, not me. And I was finally so relieved because I was like, dude, like, that's it. It's like everybody goes through the shit of up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Here's the difference. The difference isn't that the winners don't go through this. No. The winners, the champions, the greats, the goats, they all go through the same thing of up, down, up, down, up, down. They feel like they're the best and then they second guess everything they're doing. They go through that too. Here's the difference. The difference is that the winners don't quit when they get low. The losers jump to something else. That's the difference I figured out, is that the winners, when they get down here, they second guess themselves, but they don't jump ship. They don't give up. They go, hey, this is normal. This is part of business. Everybody else feels like this, and if I give up, I'm going to lose. And so they just endure the pain, and they go through it. And that's the thing I needed to hear. That's the thing that was the final straw for me. I was like, aha, that's it. Like, that's it. Is everybody goes through this, right? Some of you may in some way, shape, or form kind of look up to me and think, hey, Stefan, you're kind of cool, right? And I look up to other people and think I'm nothing, right? It's this evolution of how we look up at people, okay? And I can promise you this, I go through this 24/7. And the coolest thing is when I talk to my mentors who make a fuck ton more money than I do, I ask them the same things. They go, dude, that's me too. And their mentors say the same and the same for everybody else. Everybody goes through this. These waves of uncertainty, of just up, down, of this like bipolar life almost. And I guess I want to make this video to share with you that's normal. I'm like, here's the thing, is still when it happens to me, despite the fact I'm sitting here telling you this, it happens to me yesterday, and I was like, holy shit, should I switch? Should I give up? What the fuck should I do? Like, even though that I'm making videos and content on this, I'm not going to lie and bullshit and say, like, I'm perfect. No, dude. Like, even when I get down to the slums and I second guess myself, I'm like, should I quit? Should I switch niches? Should I try a new offer? Should I start a new acquisition channel, etc.? I do this all the time. But as time has gone on, I've just got better at realizing. Like, it's not that this doesn't happen anymore. I've just got better at realizing when this is happening to tell myself, hey, man, this is normal. We know what this is like. You're going to second guess yourself, but that's okay. It's part of the process. Just move on. It's not that I don't get in the slums anymore. It's just that now when I get there, I know how to get out. And I think that this is something that dude, if I had heard this a long time ago, I'd be a lot further than I am now. Because typically what happens is people like to jump ship, right? It's like shit gets bad and they jump ship. Here's the problem. I'll give you a really good tip. The best time to jump ship is not when your ship is sinking. It's to jump ship when your ship is looking so good, because that way you know if you're jumping ship, you're jumping to an actual better ship. Because here's what happens is oftentimes we look at our ship and it's fucking sinking and we go, oh my goodness, that ship is better. When you're on the Titanic and that little ship you're looking at is a fucking floaty boat. Now, of course, if your ship is sinking, that floaty boat looks better. Here's the problem, is you forget to realize that with one little piece of duct tape, you could fix the hole. And your ship would be saved. I'll tell you what, putting one little duct tape on the Titanic is a lot better than having a fucking floaty boat. And same with what you're doing. What you're doing now is always better than anything new you could do. Why? Because you've already done it. And so you've already acquired some skill sets and learned something about what you're doing to be good at it. Which means that you staying doing this thing will have a higher return than you jumping to something else. Here's the problem though, is we don't want to fix and face problems. And so we instantly, when we get faced with challenges in life, we run away. Like even in relationships, people do this all the time. They face a challenge, they run, they hide, etc. Right? And it's this, I think, this common thing that people have adopted, which is running from problems. I'm sure you know somebody, maybe yourself, maybe somebody else in your family, maybe one of your friends, who just constantly runs from conflict and doesn't face conflict and just runs, and hides. And those people never face and never figure out those challenges because they're always running and hiding. And it's the same in business, right? And I think the take home, I guess the thing that really hit the nail on the head for me is that, like, dude, everybody goes through this shit. Like, it's so normal. And I think the most relieving thing that I could have ever heard is that, like, hey, this is normal. This is normal. This is like, that's business. And that, like, you're going to go through this and it's going to be tough in times, but like, that's the whole point. Because if it was easy, everybody would do it. And if everybody did it, then it wouldn't be worth doing in the first place. But the fact that it's hard is exactly what makes it worth doing, because most people wouldn't even dare to try in the first place. And so, yeah, maybe right now you feel like your niche sucks. Maybe you're off. Maybe you feel like your offer sucks. Maybe you feel like your business model sucks. Maybe you feel like your acquisition channel isn't working. Whatever the case is. Just ask yourself this question. If everything was great, would I still think about switching? Truly ask yourself, if I had made $100,000 today from doing exactly what I'm doing now, would I still second guess this process? Probably not. And so the point is, we're not thinking rationally. We're not thinking logically. A lot of times we're thinking irrationally, illogically, right? We just think, oh, because it's not good, it's bad. But like, I'll tell you another really cool realization I've had is this question I ask myself all the time, which is, if I did what I'm doing today for the next year and nothing else, would I see progress? Would I be further than I am? And I think, dude, if I did exactly what I did today for the next year, I would be so well off in the next year. Period. And so I asked myself, if I can believe that, then why don't I think that every single day? And I think that there's lots of answers to this, like social media, I think partly has a role with this, that people have set unrealistic expectations that they need to, make money in 5 seconds overnight, and if they don't, they're terrible at what they do, which is just entirely not true, right? I think that what happens is people say, oh man, I made 20K in 7 days, woohoo, look how good I am. What they forget to see is that, like, it took them 7 days to make the 20K, but it also took them 7 years beforehand to learn the skills required to make the 20K. So did they really make it in 7 days? Probably not, right? And so there's actually this good quote that I tweeted this morning, which is that what you lack in skill, you make up for in volume, which simply states that the less skilled you are, the more volume you have to do. And so if someone has been in business for 10 years, they've acquired 10 years worth of experience and skills and insights, etc. And so when they go, oh, I started a new business, went from 0 to 100K in 10 days, you're like thinking, damn, I haven't even made $1 and it's my first month. I'm so bad. But you forget to see if they've been in business for 10 years, acquiring all the skills, you've been in business for 1 month. Like, of course, that isn't going to be a realistic comparison, right? That's like you playing football on the first day and looking at Ronaldo and being like, dude, what the fuck? Like, why am I not Ronaldo yet? Why can't I do that? It's like, well, he's played just way longer than you have, right? And so, yeah, social media can suck for that, like, a lot. And I think that, like, a good takeaway for anyone watching the video is that for what you lack in skill, you make up for in volume. And so whatever you're just not skilled at, just do 10x more work than the guy that's better than you is, and you'll eventually catch up. I'm trying to think of what else I kind of want to cover in this and share, because I think there's some cool insights on this. But I think the moral of the story is that, like, chaos is good. Lean into the chaos, embrace the chaos even. I think it's important for us to leverage and use the chaos in our lives to grow. But also, like, I think, like, it's normal. It's like, if you just take one thing from this, it's that these highs and lows you're going to have all the time. They're never going to stop. No matter how much money you make, they're always going to be there. You just get better at dealing with them. That's just how it works, right? It's like the highs and lows don't go away. The self-doubt doesn't go away. The limiting beliefs don't go away. No, that's a fallacy. Like, they don't go away. You just get better at dealing with them and recognizing when they come and when they go. And so therefore, like, it doesn't make it any easier. You're just able to understand it better. I think that is like, if you just take one thing, I just hope you take that from this video and just can run with that. And like, here's the thing is, even though I'll tell you this, and I tell myself this every single day, you'll still get to lows and think about quitting, or like not quitting, but jumping ship, whatever, right? I think this is why mentorship is so important. Is not necessarily for the things that the mentor can give you, like the information or the skills they can teach you. Very much so, those are important. What's even more important is the obstacles that help you avoid. But I think the most important thing is the belief and certainty they instill in you. The belief of seeing someone do it and then also tell you, hey man, yeah, you can do this, I think is probably one of the most valuable, yet like it's not even tangible, one of the most valuable things you can get from any mentorship or coaching program or consulting even, is the belief that they give you to do the thing that you need to do. And like, if you haven't already, go even just like get some sort of mentor or coach or consultant or whatever, and like, you'll see like just how much easier business gets, because you have to do less thinking and you can get to do more acting. When you think less and do more, you make more money, right? Like, entrepreneurs are doers. Well, yes, we do think quite often. What fundamentally makes an entrepreneur is they do something, right? And so there's a difference between entrepreneur and entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs want to be entrepreneurs, and so all they do all day is learn to try and become an entrepreneur. But to become an entrepreneur, you have to do the thing, right? The work has to get done. The work doesn't do itself, and therefore you have to do the work for the work to get done, right? Very simple. So, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed my 11-minute and 49-second rant on my dream about Alex Hormozi, which is weird to say, but probably one of the better dreams I've had in a while. Anyways, fuck me. Just remember, chaos is normal. So are the ups and downs, and they never go away. You just get better at dealing with them.